Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, and I've got a shovel and an old container that I'm going to put some paint into to pour my land portion out of my shovel. I've got a bunch of Arteza metallics in all kinds of neutral shades, and I've put a few of them aside, and I'm going to use those for the land as well as some green gold from folk art. But right now, I'm going to take this 10 by 20 inch canvas and grab a different shovel and use some Meeden's white metallic that has some Venetian blue in it, some dioxazine purple, which is a Hobby Lobby brand for me, the very last dregs of my it's an iridescent purple. I think it's called Plum. It's from Arteza. It's completely awesome. There's a little bit more in there. And that's my Venetian blue. Now what I'd kind of really like to do is put a little smear of something right across so that it will help facilitate everything else moving and sort of fill into the top too. I did the black because I didn't want white showing through. And as long as this layer is wet, I'm expecting it will help move everything else. As long as I don't dump my shovel over, I'm good to go. I want it a little bit more. I don't think it matters how low this goes. I think it's a good thing. Not when I drag my fingernail through it. And since that's just dioxazine purple, I don't have to worry about not covering my edges right now. I don't think. I'm going to grab a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. And it occurs to me I might actually like to have an edge catcher, which will allow me to move that paint around some more. Yes, I'm scraping my shovel out. The colors are too pretty not to do that. I have a short edge catcher I have been using. It doesn't need to be huge. If I just get this going across, then assumably I can also pour it up toward the top, which may require another edge catcher. And if I liked it in a blob, it might be just a really cool cloud. I can also take any of these colors and add to this, and may do so. So I'm letting that run down and pull and run and rocking my edge catcher. And I think I'm going to add some more color because I can. And because I really love the Venetian blue, and I've been noticing that there are some skies with the Venetian blue looking color. So I'm going to let that pool a little more and then shuffle it so it goes back again. And cheat and just meld that right in right now with my breath. And truly, if I get this to go all the way across, then I could put one more bead of color right across the top and tip it up and cover my edge and get the color I want, which is really becoming seemingly what I might want to do anyway. I'm not as good with my right hand. I'm right-handed, but I'm not as good with the edge catcher in my right hand as I am with it in the left. So that's twice. 3 times. So I'm going to give it a try and hope for the best. And let that all run down a little bit. and do what I said I was going to do. Maybe I'll just take this paint right off of my edge catcher for right now and use some of that across the top, because there's no reason to waste it. It's on a dry edge catcher, so no other wet paint is going to interrupt the color. Now, what did I say I was going to do? It's going to go across the top. But in order to do that, it occurs to me now that I need another edge catcher, which is fine because I have them. And hopefully this will be long enough. And I'm definitely better with my left hand doing an edge catcher. Now, I'm expecting the paint that's on there to fall up. I'm going to wind up with some paint on my arm, I can tell. I want it to go all the way up. All the way. I should have put even more than I did, I think. See, I squeeze it and I get a nice sealed edge. At that point I can even roll the paint right down toward that corner, seal it again, and scrape it back on and let everything come down again. And it's going to be a pretty nice subtle sky, I hope. Or dramatic sky, possibly. Use some of that right there and right there, because I don't think it's going to hurt anything. And since I like what I'm seeing, I'm going to let it run a little while longer, and then I'll use that paint again. Because I'd like this top to be as spread out as it can be, and that's beautiful. Wow. And I can also go back, take this paint, and just add it right in at the bottom. Now my top's covered, my edges are covered, and I've used up most of my paint. I say that, and then I see that I have a lot of paint on my edge catcher, and I'm not wasting any of it. Can't make me, I'm not doing it. I'll show you how wide the swath was. I had that much paint. And whatever gets left behind is just gonna make my edge catcher. That was a dog hair. Oh, I've got some mountains. Some accidental mountains. Now I kind of don't mind the idea of the black showing through on the bottom. I don't think it matters what you would do with the sky, to tell you the truth. I could blow into that sky very nicely with a straw and probably release some more interesting patterns. I'll show you that before we go on. Grab my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula and spatula off my Oxo omelet turning spatula. Clean off that edge. I didn't mind that little mountain shape. I probably could have configured that into something. I'm going to throw those in the bucket so I'm not tempted to use them. And I'm going to come back here and make room for, I want a dominant silver. I'm going to use my dish. I thought for a minute I wouldn't, but I do want to. I'm going to put some Anita's White Metallic in there, because that'll be a good base to put other colors on top of. It doesn't usually even show through, but it's very inexpensive for a large bottle, or a fairly large bottle, I should say. I'm not sure what this color is. It's kind of bronzy. I might put a little black in here. I definitely want at least two shades of silver. Wouldn't hurt my feelings to use up something that's almost empty either. I've got a brown. I never use brown. This is very bronze. And I really like it in this especially. I try and make less uniform deposits of paint so that I have a much better chance of something more organic looking. I don't know what this is. It's almost a flesh tone coppery color, but it's really kind of pretty. I'm surprised to say that. And I can add my green gold after if I want. And assuming my sky is up there, I'm gonna give myself some dioxazine purple just because I can. And some space black. I know this is space black, it's a metallic, it's still Arteza. And the temptation of adding some gold is too much. I got one more silver here. Probably the same as one of the others. I've got my DecoArt 24 karat gold, but I also have golden, iridescent golden. Gold. And it's not coming out. So maybe one of the, nope, maybe one of the Artezas. I still want a lighter color silver, and that is not coming out either. Bummer. Okay, so back to the DecoArt. And I said I like the silver, and I kind of want to make sure I have a mass of paint. I'm also going to add some black. I wasn't sure I was going to. I've got some Anita's black metallic, and it's coming out, which is good. I can't wait to see what this is going to look like. I have never done this before with these colors. I've done landscapes before. I scrape off the bottom of my shovel. Chances are good that I will continue to let residuals from my shovel go do whatever they want. I can't go from that direction. I thought I could, but I can't. Just want to lead a little paint. I will probably tip this. Oh, that's nice and surreal. I like that. If I really liked it, I could leave it. Because I have GAC 800 by Golden to keep my paints from cracking in all my paint mixtures. I'd like all of that paint to come down. I have several of the Princeton Artil Catalyst spatulas. I think there's 6 or 7. And you can find them on my Amazon link, which is easily found on the link tree, which is the first blue link underneath the video. I'm going to look at what's left in my container because I've used almost all of it. If I decide to tip this, I'm going to lose a lot of negative space, but I'm not sure how to feel about that yet. I am going to grab that spatula and just install my residuals using it, the Princeton Artil mini blade. The black at the back still looks like bluffs or mountains, and I like that about it. I was kind of hoping that I would have a chance to leave this, and I could. I've got enough paint accumulated different places dripping down Yeah, I like it. It was supposed to be surreal, and guess what? It's pretty surreal. I don't need any trees. I don't need much of anything, I don't think. I could probably put a few dots in for rocks or something. I can definitely lead the paint over the edge. If I tipped it, I could have paint down at the bottom, but I don't think it's necessary that I have paint on the bottom. Well, I say that, and then I see some naked canvas. So let's just take another scoopful of paint. And I think I'm going to call it good. I'll do something more complicated some other time, or I'll tip. I've got some paint I can scrape up and throw down on my Lolafy silicone mat and peel it up later for skin. Please give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind liking my videos. It really cheers me up and it helps my standing on YouTube, or at least I used to think so, not so much anymore. Please share my videos, and that's a big assistance. Watching them longer and when the notifications come out are the biggest assistance of all. I really appreciate you guys and your wonderful comments, and your appreciation goes a long way to help keep my morale boosted. I have Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, Facebook groups, all on the link tree, the first blue link under the video. Under that link is my email address, easpb, the word gallery spelled out, @gmail.com. And if you have an interest in purchasing an artwork, then use the hashtag and the file number you can find in the title of the video. If you are interested in a class at the house in Spring Hill, Florida, inquire using that email. My community board will have tomorrow's video on it. I have 2 books, and they are on the Amazon link that's on the link tree. They're Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities. Thank you for shopping the Amazon link at no added cost to you, by the way. And thank you for the donations that help keep me painting all this time. If you'd like to be included in the monthly drawing where you have an opportunity to win some paintings, you can see what the opportunities are offering. The paintings to be won in the next month's drawing will be shown at the beginning of the exhibition video that I include at the end of every video. It's one exhibition video, and it's every month, and it's on the end screen in the last 20 seconds. I have the wrong glasses today, and I'm hoping to find the right ones, and I can't see diddly. On my link tree, you can find Le Gallerist. That's investment quality clothing. Underneath the video, you can find spring clothing, all over print leggings, and all over print t-shirts. And my Facebook group, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group for Students, will share with you tomorrow's video, as well as my YouTube channel community board. The PayPal and Patreon icons are on the bottom right-hand corner of my YouTube channel banner, and if you use them, you'll be automatically entered in the monthly drawing. What else am I? The glasses are not working for me today. They're for like arm's length. I give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. My paint pouring recipes underneath the video, as well as my cell activator recipe. I'm going to torch this to release the bubbles caught in the paint. There is, as I mentioned, GAC 800 by Golden in all of my paint mixes, so I can leave that paint at the bottom heavy and it will not crack. I love you guys. I'll zoom in a little bit. As long as we're still here, I suppose I could torch. Yep, there were a few bubbles to be gotten rid of. It's definitely best to get rid of the bubbles. They will expand and harden, and if they don't pop, they make little nodules, and if they do pop, they leave little pockmarks. So that was fun experimenting with my sky and experimenting with leaving some black in the background. I see I have one little area that I might want to change, just because I can see the pattern of the canvas through it. And I don't want to. So now there we go. Finito. I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. I post 7 days a week. And Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 10 p.m. also. If you have questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm trying to remember what the copy is over there. I should know by now. By heart. Really. Truly. I have over 2,000 videos on playlists, and if you need a link, you can ask me. If you want to find them yourself, go to my channel and playlists and all playlists and created playlists, and you will find them. They are separated into topic and genre, and